Mm. Mm. Well, hello, folks. We're in the historic, colorful, gorgeous city of St. Johns, Newfoundland. I'm here with my friend Paul, and we're just out fooling around today now, and sort of fooling around, but not entirely fooling around. We were thinking a lot, and we've been talking a lot about in this whole pandemic that COVID has offered our world and our country and our city. What's going on in the city? You know, we do a lot of talking about how businesses are hurting, how people can't go to church, how all kinds of things that we're normally used to and that put us in our comfort zone are not there anymore. And we're stuck with all this time on our hands, and you know, hopefully we're finding good, productive things to do, and maybe even more importantly, we're thinking about the social ramifications of all this. You know, what's changing in the fabric of our society. One of the things I think about a lot is what, in the name of God, are the people who are really hurting doing? And I'm talking about the people that are marginalized and at most risk in society, the people who don't have a buffer against calamities like COVID. And when things get tough, they get real tough for those folks because they don't have money. I say they, when in fact I'm talking about we. So I'm talking about the homeless, I'm talking about people who experience the disease of addiction, I'm talking about the poor, I'm talking about all the people who just don't have cushion. And it seems to me that the stress of coping with COVID is probably that much more for those people. On top of that, you know, if you're talking about people with mental health illnesses and you're talking about addiction, perhaps they don't have the emotional capacity that other people might have to understand and appreciate what's truly going on and how it impacts them. So a sense of panic might become exponential as compared to someone who's you know, able to cope with daily stuff like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down a gorgeous historical city, and we're going to start talking to people who are in those parts of our society, and we're going to see how they're coping. So here we are, we're down on Water Street now, and we're just sort of beating around and seeing who's on the go. We're talking, of course, about marginalized people, which are the most open to the bad things that fall out from things like the pandemic or any kind of anything that really goes wrong in society that impacts people in a major way. So we're down looking for people who fit that description, whether they're homeless or suffer from the disease of addiction, live in poverty, or make money panhandling on the street, you know. And I see my dear friend Donny, the resident button accordion player of Water Street, is out today trying to make a few dollars. I met Donny a couple of years ago when I first moved back to Newfoundland, and he is a wonderful soul and sits on the street and plays the accordion. And generally he plays Newfoundland tunes, traditional Newfoundland tunes, so we're going to go up and have a chat to him and see how he's making out, and we'll have a chat with him. Okay. Hey Donny, how you doing, buddy?
Hello.
How's she going?
Not too bad.
What are you at, my son?
Hanging in there.
You're always hanging in there, and you're always positive.
Yes.
Yes, there's no other way to be.
Let's go anyway.
What?
Yeah.
Although I can't say that about myself. I get swallowed up in my own dark thoughts sometimes. So I got a microphone here, Donny, buried in my bosom, and I just want to make sure that I can hear you. So you come down on Water Street and you sit here
Yes.
and you play your tunes and you're making a few dollars.
Hopefully.
And yeah, some days people are giving, some days they're not.
That's fact.
And how is it since COVID hit?
Oh, it's amazing, you know. the
Amazing
difference.
in what sense?
And you know, it's like a ghost town,
Right.
right? I mean,
And that,
over there in George Street, you know, Friday afternoons
Yeah.
when people are starting to pack the bars, there's absolutely nothing,
yeah.
you know.
And so this impacts your,
It does, but
You're-
people are coming down looking for me.
well, of course they
Right.
are. You're
They-
quite
they-
the character.
Thank you. They pull in, park, and get out of the cars, give me money and get in the car and go on again.
Go on,
So
like,
at the end of the day, I get enough for my food and cigarettes and everything I need.
right, and that's all you wanted. You're looking
Oh,
for the
yeah.
basics. You're not a greedy man.
No,
No?
no.
Where are you from, Donny?
St. Philip's.
St. Philip's. Okay, that's
Yeah.
down by, what's that down by? CBS. Okay, CBS, right. The other side of this part of the peninsula, right?
Yeah.
So, what kind of tunes do you play?
Oh, Irish, Newfoundland.
The traditional stuff. Do you play any church stuff?
Not if I can
See,
help
my
it.
my grandmother,
Yeah.
God rest her soul, she's now departed, but she was a button accordion player, and she used to play all kinds of stuff. And her favorite stuff would be the church stuff, right? So I thought you might know a tune or two.
Oh, a few, but I don't know.
Yeah. You know, Nearer My God to Thee,
Not
by
enough
chance.
to
What do
play
you
it.
know? What do you know? Play.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Well, Donny, I'll tell you one thing.
Yes.
You always got a smile on your face, and you're always happy.
Yeah.
And I know you have some physical health issues too, right?
Arthritis.
Arthritis and curvature of the spine?
No,
No,
just
is that from the
arthritis.
arthritis? Because I'm just starting to get arthritis.
Yeah.
And Jesus, I can't even imagine what it's like. It's very painful, right? So I guess part of the thing is, you know, when you live like us on the front, I say us because I have the disease of addiction as well, and arguably maybe some mental health illnesses, but I don't think so. But you know, it's some days it's a real struggle to keep that smile on your face, right?
Yeah.
Do you find music helped you in that regard?
Yeah.
That's what I find too.
Yeah.
My mom always says, Darrell, whenever I hear you singing, I know you're happy. I know you're in that spot, right?
Yes.
So we'll be back to see you because I think this conversation is not over. And one of the things I think that I would like people to appreciate from these moments that we're going to spend with people on the street is that they are real people. And I know that some people come down and they look at people on the street and they have strong opinions about them. That they're losers, that they're lazy, that, you know, this and that, right? And I guess what I want to do is open that conversation and show you these people as people, as personalities, and get to know them a little bit. And I can guarantee you that the person you would look at as the worst and might have the most horrible opinion about is a person, came from a mother, has brothers and sisters perhaps and family, and it's not up to you to decide who they are. So, Donny,
Yes.
thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We'll be back to talk to you, my son.
Right on.
Awesome. That's it for today. Play. That's it for today. But no, play a bit more. Okay. There you go. So that's it for today. We're going to leave it there, and I think we'll come back tomorrow when the sun is supposed to shine, and we'll find a couple other people, and we'll have a chat with them.